Good morning, students. This is Bhavani. Today's topic dereferencing operator, precedence of star and the ampersand operator, generic operators, and arithmetic rules. What are they? Today we will be discuss. So in the last sections, what we discussed about the pointers. So pointer is nothing but it is an variable that holds the address of the another variable, that is called the pointers, and how we will be declaring the pointers and how we will initializing the pointers also we discussed. So let us see once again. So pointer is a variable that holds the memory address of another variable. By using pointers, it is an efficient way of accessing and manipulating data. So how we will be declaring the pointers means that is a data type star and the pointer name and end with the semicolon. So this is a declaration of the pointer. The data type is nothing but it is a collection of collection of values is called the data type, and the star is nothing but it is an asterisk, it is an indirection operator. So to declare the pointer, this is a symbol we have to use, and next the point, and it has to be followed with the pointer name and end with the semicolon. The pointer name will be pointing to the which type, that is an int. So the data type can be used in any ways. You can be declared on int or the float or double, sorry, not the double, char. Any data type you can be use it. So star we are calling the indirection operator. It is a unary operator. Data type is the type of the data which is the pointer is pointing. So that is an data type. This is the way of declaring pointers. Any type of pointer can be point to anywhere in the memory. So star is used to declare the pointer and also to derefer the pointer. And next we will be use the address operator. Address operator is a unary operator that returns the memory address. The ampersand, with the help of the ampersand we can be you can be return the memory address, that returns the memory address. The symbol we will be calling the ampersand. The address symbol is called the ampersand symbol. And how we will be initializing the pointer variable means the process of assigning the address of a variable variable. So we have to assigning the address to the pointer variable. So that is an initialization of the pointer variable. So pointer variable we have to, that is what the syntax we will be using. The pointer name is equals to address of the variable name. What is an address of the variable that has to be assigned to the pointer? Now pointer, what is a pointer? We know that it is a variable. Here pointer will be used, it will be acting as a variable, and what is the duty? It has to be hold the address of the another variable. Here the variable name is an anything you can be used like a. If the pointer is nothing but the ptr is equals to address of a address has to be stored into the pointer. So the pointer will be holding the address of the variable, another variable. Here a is an another variable and pointer is also a variable. Address of a will be holding in the, it will be hold in the pointer. That is the use of the initialization of the pointer variable. And next how we will be accessing a value of a variable through pointer. How we will be accessing with the help of the indirection operator. The indirection operator denotes with the star symbol. So to access the value you can be use the unary operator, that is an indirection operator. Indirection operator is also called dereference operator. The another name for the indirection operator is dereference operator. If you want to access value of a variable through pointers, you can be use the variable name is equals to address of the pointer, And next, pointer is equals to star of the star pointer. Variable is equals to star pointer and end with the semicolon. So this is the way of accessing the value through the pointers. You can be accessed. So to access the value, we have to use the star symbol. If you want to access memory, you have to use the address symbol. These are the both are the differences. If you want to accessing the value of the variable through pointers, means you have to use a variable is equals to star, that is an indirection symbol, asterisk symbol, and the followed with the pointer name semicolon. If you want to accessing the address, you have to use a pointer is equals to address of the variable name and terminated with the semicolon. So that is the differences. If you want to accessing the value, star symbol you have to use. If you want to accessing the address, the ampersand symbol you have to use. So why we are using the pointers means, so to use the pointers to return more than one value from the function, so that's why we are using the pointers. To pass arrays and the strings from the function to another function also we will be use the pointers. So while using the pointers, you can be manipulate the array more easily by moving the pointers. To allocate memory and access it while using pointers, you can be use the DMA, dynamic memory allocation, also used in the pointers. So while creating the data structures, to create the complex data structures such as the linker list, while using the linker list in the data structures, so while using linker list we can be use the pointers. How we will be means where one data structure contain the pointer to refer the another data structures. So why that it will be link from one node to the another node with a reference, you can be link. To refer that we have to use the pointers. So that's why we are using the pointers in the C language. And what are the advantages of the pointers? Advantages of pointers, so to increase the execution speed. So they increase the execution speed. Pointers are the more efficient in handling the data tables. Pointers arrays gives the method for storing the strings. Array will be giving the method for storing the strings. Pointer function can be used to call the functions, and we will be use the inbuilt functions. In C language there are the many inbuilt functions. In that, to become more efficient, we will be use the pointers also. Okay, these are the advantages of the pointers. So the recap, the address of operators, it is used to refer the memory address of the variable. And advantages of the pointers, from the starting what we discussed, just we refer. So now today's topic we will be discuss dereference operators, address operator, precedence of the dereference and the ampersand operators, generic pointers, arithmetic, and arithmetic rules, what we will be discuss. So on the completion of this period, you would able to understand these are all the topics. That is a dereference operator we already discussed. Address operator also we discussed. Precedence, so which is the highest priority we have to give, that is a star or the ampersand operator, that will be discussed. Generic pointers, arithmetic, and arithmetic rules. So these are the topics. Today's topic we will be discuss. So what is an dereferencing operator? We know that dereferencing operator is denotes with the ampersand symbol. Dereference operator is also called indirection operator. What is the use of the dereference operator? It is used to return the value of the variable. Okay. So while declaring the pointers also we will be using the dereference operators, as well as to return the value of the variable also we have to use the dereferencing operator. So let me see what we write it. Dereferencing operator can be denoted by ampersand symbol, the star symbol. The star operator can also be called as value at address. Another name for dereferencing operator is indirection operator. So these are all the topics we already discussed. The star operator can be used by means of symbolic name, that is an asterisk. The asterisk symbol operator to be used here. Example, int number comma, I am declaring the pointer. This is a pointer declaration and the variable declaration. For the number I am initializing the 200, and next pointer is equals to address of number. The number address I am assigning to the pointer, and next dereferencing operator, that is an value at address. What is the value at address? It has to be to give the value we have to use n is equals to star ptr. In number what is the value is there, it has to be written to the n value. That's why I am using n is equals to star. Star is, it will be act, it is a duty to return the value. In address what is the value is there, that it has to be written. So that's why I use the n is equals to star ptr. So this is an example I am following. Int number, the variable I am declaring. For the variable I am assigning some value, that is an 200, and next I am declaring the pointer. The pointer is to hold the address of the variable. Here variable is a number, that number address has to be holding in the pointer. The pointer will be now hold the address of the number, and next I need to return the value at address. What is the value in the address? That has to be print, means you have to use the n is equals to star ptr. So ptr value, ptr means pointer. The pointer address will having the, for example, that is in 2000, the address is there. That to address in the, what is the value 2000 address, we have the 200. So 200 has to be passed to the n value, that has to be assigned to the n value. So address operator, what is the use of the, that is we discussed already. Address operator, address operator is nothing but the ampersand symbol. The address operator in the name itself is there, it has to be written the memory address of the variable. Yes, it will be denotes with the ampersand symbol. So its duty to, it is a unary operator. So ampersand symbol is a unary operator. It has to be denoted with the ampersand symbol, and its duty to return the value, not the value, it has to be written the address of the variable from the memory. In the memory, what is the address for the variable, that has to be written with the help of the ampersand symbol. Let me see what are the points we will be there. Address operators can be denoted by ampersand symbol. The ampersand operators can be called as address of operator. Another name for ampersand operator is address operator. Ampersand operator is address operator. The address operator can be used only with simple variable or the array elements. So the address operators can be used only with variables or array elements can be used. So example, int number and a is equals to address. So here the pointer, that is an pointer, sorry here I didn't declare, the pointer has to be declared. For the pointer, this is an star a is equals to, that is an a is equals to address of number. In the previous example, int number comma pointer till the pointer is equals to number, this is an address operator. If you want to value, you have to use the next line, n is equals to address pointer. So that is the both are the different. To if you need to only address, you have to use the pointer is equals to address of number. If you want to value at the address, then you have to use the, you have to declare another variable like n or the pq anything. N is equals to star pointer. So what is then precedence? Precedence is nothing but which is the priority we have to give. We have to first priority for the star or first priority to the ampersand symbol. So that is then precedence of the operators, that is the star and the ampersand symbol. We know that both are the unary operators, yes, and we have the equal precedence are there, and which one is we have to give means it associated with the right to left. So precedence of ampersand and the star operators, both are unary operators. They have equal precedence. Ampersand and the star symbol will having the equal precedence, but they associate. Equal precedence are there, but even though which is the first, so we have to consider from the right to left. That is then first we have to give it the ampersand, star, and next we have to give it the ampersand. From they associated from right to left. So what is then generic pointer? So before going to the generic pointer of the C language is called void pointer. Generic pointer of C language is called the void pointer. Generic pointer means it hold any variable address properly, and it can access and manipulate the data also properly. That is an generic pointer. So generic pointer is nothing but like pointer only. Pointer, what is the what we are doing? It will be holding the address of the another variable. Here generic pointer also it will be holding any variable address, and it can be accessed. We are accessing, we can be seeing, and you can be manipulate the data also properly. That is a generic pointer. So let me see here. Void star pointer is called generic pointer. Generic pointer of C language is called void pointer. Void star pointer is called generic pointer. Cannot convert void. What is the use of the void? Void is used to return the value. It will be used to return value, that is an void. So here in the generic pointer, void pointer cannot convert void star pointer to another pointer and vice versa. Void star pointer can be assigned to any other type of the pointer. You can be assigned, the void pointer can be assigned to any other pointer, but we cannot be convert like int to char to int, we cannot be convert, but you can be assigned. If you want to use any pointers like any variable, you to that variable you can be assign the void pointer, but we cannot be convert. So void is used to return the value. Void pointer is used to specify a pointer whose base type is unknown. Void star is used to specify the pointer to whose base type is known. It is capability of receiving any type of pointers argument without reporting and type of mismatch. And it is the capability of receiving any type of pointers. Any type of pointers argument can be received without reporting any type is mismatch. If any type is there, we cannot be. For the void we cannot be written any, it can be assigned but we cannot be convert from one pointer to the another pointer, we cannot be convert, but you can be assigned. The second and the third point are the very important. So generic pointers cannot convert the void pointer to any other pointer, and void pointer can be assigned to any other pointer. So that is the difference between the, for the conversion it cannot be possible but we can be assign it. So how to accessing the value of the variable through pointers with an example. We see one example. So to access the value of the variable here. So for accessing, which symbol you have to use? We have to use a star symbol, that is an indirection asterisk symbol, you have to use it. Pointer, okay, variable is equals to star pointer, this is the line you have to remember, and remaining code how we will be say, this is the main syntax we will be see for accessing the value. I need the value at address. In address, what is the value is there, to print that have to using the star symbol. So for example, I am using the header file hash include stdio.h and hash include con.h, and the void is used to return the value, and main function the program will be start execution flower bracket, and next the execution will be begins. Next I am declaring the variable r, that is, I am taking any radius, float, a comma, I am declaring the one variable as well as the one pointer to enter the radius. So what is the radius of the circle? 2 pi r, 3.14 into r, pi r square. Area is equals to pi r square. Area of the circle we have the formula pi r square. So that's why I enter the radius value and I use the formula. And area address, what is the address is that we are assigning to the b variable. Okay, next print the a value. So what if I enter the 2? If I enter the 2, 3.14 into 2, 6.28 into 2, 16. So 12.56, the area value you will be get the 12.56. If I enter the radius value 2, you will be get the area value, and address of the a, that is in u I specified, you will be get the 565,526 some value. And next value of b here, did I enter here anything? No, but u means the address, again 65526, the same value you have to get it. And next value of the a, what is an a value here? That is a star b. Star b is nothing but it has to be print the value of the b. So what b address we have the 65526, and that value is an 12.56. What is an a value and the b value also you have to get the same output. Let me see the output. See here, this is an example I took it. Enter the a radius of the circle 2, I entered. The value of the a is in 12.56, because I entered the float means after digit also you will get the 6 digits. Okay, and I am enter the address of a, that is in 65520. And next address of b value, the b value we have the address only, because the pointer will be holding the address value only we are getting. And next value of a, what is the value of b here? sorry here B, that is in 12.56. A value and the B value will getting the same. Okay, so how to accessing the value. Accessing the value of the variable through pointers with an example. So you can be use any if you want to declare using area of the circle formula. With the help of that also you can be do, otherwise you can go for the any other examples also. This is a small example for accessing the value of the variable through pointers. Next, coming to the next important topic, that is then pointers arithmetic. So for the arithmetic operations on pointers, we have some rules are there. So what are the arithmetic? We know that plus, minus, multiplication, division and the modulus. These are the arithmetic operations. So while using the pointers, which one is an valid and which one is an invalid, let me see. So first, before going to that, we have the some rules are there. So as per the rules, we will be go and we will be see. Address, we know that address plus number, place is an arithmetic operator. If we place any number, what is the result you will be get it. For example, 2 plus 2 is equals to 4, we know that. So like that, if you have the address plus number, that will be give the next address. The output you will be get the next address. You will be get the number only, that will get the next. Address minus number, if you have subtraction, if you do subtraction, what it will be do? It has to be go to the previous address. If you have plus, it has to be go to the next. If you have subtracted the number, you will be go to the previous address. That is the differences. Address plus number, you will be get the output, that is the next address. Address minus number is equals to, that is the next address. You will be get the address, that is an previous address if you are subtracted. If we are address, we have the increment and decrement operators are there. Next to go, we will go for the plus, minus, multiplication, all will go. At first we will discuss the increment operator. Plus symbol, plus and the minus, you will be get the result. If you are plus, it will be go to the next address. If you are subtracted, it will be go to the previous address. Like that, if your address is an plus, if I use it, the pointer is the pointer. If I incremented plus, what it will be give the result? It has to be give the address only, that is the next address. If you address minus, if you are subtracted, it has to be go to the previous address. Plus address, if I keeping the first the symbol, that is in plus next address, this will be give the next address only. Minus address, it will be give the previous address. So while doing the plus or the minus, you will be get the output as an address only. If you are incremented, it will be give the next address. If you are decremented, it will give the previous address. If I plus, it will be give the next address. If I subtracted, it will give the previous address. So this is then rule 1. Next, rule 2. If you have subtracted 2 addresses, for example, 2 addresses subtracted, what you will be get? You will be get the number, not the address. You will be get the number. What is the number? You will be get number of elements. So we have to follow some formula, that is in size differences by size of data type. If I declare the 2 pointers, int start p1 is equals to 100, pointer 2 also 200, pointer 1 I am giving the 100, pointer 2 is equals to 200. What it has to be do? It has to be do means minus, you have to subtract. How we will be subtract? P2 minus P1, you have to subtract. P2 minus P1. P2 value 200, P1 value 100. 200 minus 100, you will be get the 100. Okay, na? The size difference, we are making the subtraction. After subtraction, you have to divided, that is the size of data type. Which data type I declared? Int. For the 2 pointers, I declared the int. Int means how many bytes? 2 bytes. 100 divided by 2, you will be get the 50. So, in the second rule, if we have subtracted 2 addresses, you will be get the number. That is the number of elements. What is the number you will be get? To get the number, first you have to subtract 2 addresses and next divide. You have to divide by the size of data type. What is the size of data type? If I use a float, divided by 4. If I use a char, divided by the 1. So, the differences, the size differences you have to do and divided by the size of operator you have to do. Next, coming to the rule 3. So, in the rule 3, we have the arithmetic symbols. Address plus address is an illegal. Address minus address you are getting. Address plus address is an illegal. Address into address also illegal. Address by address also illegal. Address modulus address is also illegal. Only in the address, the subtraction only you can be do. So, how we are doing? With the help of formulas, you have to do the rule 2. And coming to the in the rule 3, all are the illegal only. Rule 4, we can be use the operations, that is a relational operator and the conditional operator. What are the relational operators? Relational operators are less than, greater than, less than or equals to, greater than or equals to, equal to, not equals to symbol. Conditional operators are the question mark and the colon. These are the 2 symbols we will be using. So, in the rule 4, we can be use a relational and the conditional operators between 2 pointers. How we will be? Address greater than address, it will be give the true or the false, because the relational operator, the result will become under the boolean true or the false. Conditional operators also true or false, it is based on that. So, you can be use the relational and the conditional operators between 2 pointers. And coming to the rule 5, we cannot perform bitwise operators, bitwise operations. We cannot perform bitwise operations between 2 pointers. That is an address of, what are the bitwise operators? We have the ampersand symbol, or, bitwise and, bitwise or, bitwise not. These are the 3 symbols we will be using. We cannot perform bitwise operations between 2 pointers. All are illegal. You can be perform operations using pointers, means relational and conditional operators you can be used, and subtraction operation you can be used. Address with a number also you can be perform, but both addresses cannot be add, that will become under the illegal. And next, rule 6, we can find the size of operators using size of operator. We can be use the size of operator. In the subtraction only it will be supported. So, you can be find the size of pointers also, you can be find, you can be use it. These are the 6 rules you have to follow. So, let me see the points what we wrote on the slides. Pointers arithmetic. They are only 2 arithmetic operations that can be used on pointers: addition, subtraction. To understand this concept, let P1 be an integer, that is an pointer 1, pointer with the value 2000 address. Int is an 2 bytes. After expression, pointer is an incremental. If you are incremented, P1 contain 2000 means it will be contain incremental 2002, not 2001, because it is an 2 bytes. So, it has to be incremented the 2. Each time p1 is incremented, it will point to the next integer. So already we discussed now only. Next address you will be get the next integer. The same is true for the decrement also. P1 minus minus means the cause of P1 you will be 2000 minus 2, that is a 91998. For the addition and the subtraction and the increment and the decrement, both you can be performed using pointers. Each time pointer is incremented, it points to the memory location of the next element of its base type. So based type, if I use a int, 2 bytes it has to be increased. If I use a float, 4 bytes has to be increased. If I use a char, 1 byte has to be increased. If a decrement also, it has to be go to the previous element location. If decrement, then points to the previous element location. P1 is equals to P1 plus L1, makes the P1 points to the 12th element of the P1 type. So what are the arithmetic rules? We cannot multiply or divide pointers, already I said it. You cannot add or subtract two pointers. You cannot apply bitwise operators to them. Yes, this is the fifth rule. You cannot add or subtract type float or double to or from pointers. So these are the rules you have to follow. We cannot perform addition or the division pointers. You cannot perform addition or the subtraction of two pointers. You cannot apply bitwise operators. You cannot perform add or subtract type float or a double or from pointers. Pointers incremented with an example. How we will be increment, let we see. So the increment operators, that is an plus symbols we have to use. So if I use the 2 bytes, how? So the header file I declared hash include stdio.h, hash include con.h, void main int star pointer, that is then pointer static memory allocation I declared. For the increment purpose, clear the screen. I use the malloc function, that is a dynamic memory allocation function. I use it. The size of int malloc function and the size pointer will be assigned to that address. So pointer is equals to 100, some value I assigned. So printf, the address has to be print, pointer address of pointer it has to be print, and pointer value it has to be print. Next pointer has to be incremented, because I use the int, it has to be incremented the 2 bytes. Next start pointer value, that is an 101. Again I declare the pointer variable value, and next pointer value I need to print here, and the free pointer get ch. Note, int start pointer means is nothing but the 100 is the address. Start ptr 100 or 101 means 100 value. So first we have to getting the value, address value 1492 and the value 100, and next you are getting the 101. So the increment and the increment operators you will be get like that program. So what are the important points in the arithmetic rules? Let we see. Each time pointer is incremented, it points to the memory location of the next element of the base type. So if we are incremented, it will be go to the next element, it will be pointed. There is a base address. If I have the base address 2000, for example, the address, that is a base address, it has to be increment. If you are increment, it has to be go to the upper, that is in 2002, it has to be go to the next element. Each time it is decremented, it points to the location of the previous element. If I the 2000 is an base address, if I decremented, it has to be go to the 1998, that address, it has the location, it has to be go. So while incremented, it has to be go to the next element of the memory location. If you are decremented, it has to be go to the previous element of the memory location. All of the pointers will increment or decrement depending on the length of the data type. So I told already, that is an, if we are int, the data type, if I use the int, it will be incremented twice. If I use a float will having the 4 bytes. If I have the char have the 1 byte. So based on the data type, it will be incremented as well as it will be decremented. So for the each time the pointer is incremented, it points to the memory location of the next element of its base address, base time. Each time it is decremented, it points to the location of the previous element. All other pointers will increment or decrement depends on the length of the data type. So the data type, based on that, they will be pointing. This is the main important point. Two pointers can be compared, because in the relational operators and conditional operators are using in the pointers. So that's why two pointers can be compared in relational expression, provided the both pointers are pointing to a variable of the same type. So here the pointers as well as the in the relational operators can be used here, and conditional operators also can be used between the 2 pointers. And next, you can be subtracted 2 pointers, and size of operators also can be used. What we cannot be used, addition or the subtraction between 2 pointers. Multiplication and the division cannot be performed between 2 pointers, and we cannot be perform bitwise operators. We cannot perform this at all. But relational in arithmetic, if we want to use the arithmetic, increment and decrement operators can be performed on between the 2 pointers, between the point, not the between point 2 pointers, between the pointers you can be use it. So increment and decrement operations using pointers, I wrote one program. So let me see, that is in void main, int I is equals to some I value I initialized, and next pointer I declared, and float I use it, because how the value will be changes. Let me see, for the pointer, for the float I use, and float pointer I declared, char and the char pointer declared, and now address has to be assigning. So I pointer will be is equals to address of I, f pointer is equals to address of f, and c pointer is equals to address of c. For int, char, float, all addresses I am assigning to the pointers. Let me see what is an output you will be getting. Printf, the value of the variable. What is the value of the variable? I pointer value I need it value means I pointer 100, it has to be print, because if I use the star slash percentile d I use, because if I use a u, it will be get the address. If I use a d, that you have to get the integer number. And next I use the star IPTR, the value of the pointer, value at address. In direction operator I am using the value what is there, it has to be print. Next, f star f, what is an f value I used here? 1.22.34. C D. C value. Okay, printf starting address. Now we are getting the, what is the starting address is there? I address, f address, and next cp address. What is the addresses are there? Now incremented, I incremented ip pointer, f pointer and cp pointers, and pointer incremented value I need to print. That's why I'm using the u again address. This is an initial address and this is an incremented address. So let me see. First the values it will be printing, because I use a star IPTR, the value of the I value, I pointer value 100, I F pointer value 12234, and CD value you are getting. Starting address you are getting the 65524, 65520, 65519. These are the starting address. After incremented, what is the value we are getting? 65526 to 4, it will be incremented 2 because int I use it. Next float 2024 because the float will be occupying 4 bytes. Char 1 byte 1920. Okay, this is the differences. The starting address and the incremented, the value you can, the memory address can be incremented, that can be supported in the C language. Next again like decremented, what it will be decremented 2 bytes, 26 means 24, and next 4 bytes 20. The starting address only you will be get it, because we are subtracted you will be get the same. So this is a program for the increment as well as the decrement the operations using the pointers. I pointer, because I use the star accessing the value of the variable using pointers, this can be done. So I am not writing any I value, I am using the I pointer value, because I assign the address and from that address I am getting the value. So this is an example I use for the increment and the decrement, that is an arithmetic operations. So increment and decrement operators are supported. This is one of the most important example. What are the important points you have to remember? Means you have to remember in arithmetic operations what are the rules we have to use and what are the rules are there in the pointers. You have to check it. For two arithmetic two pointers cannot be add, two pointers can be subtract. How we will be subtract two pointers? Two addresses, pointer is nothing but the address here. So how we will be subtract? First you have to difference the two pointers, the number you have to subtract and divided by the size of data type. What is the size? If I use the int, you have to divide it by the 2. If I use a float, you have to divide it by the 4. If I use a char, divided by the 1. So like that you have to subtract. So two pointers can be subtract, you will get the number, that is the number of elements you will be get. And you can be use the increment and decrement operators also. and next if I incremented, it will be go to the next element of the memory location. If you are subtracted, it will be go to the previous location of the memory. And next coming to the, we cannot use arithmetic operation, arithmetic, that is an addition or subtraction between 2 pointers, and multiplication and division also cannot be performed. And next you cannot be performed bitwise operations. What we can be performed? You can be performed the relational and conditional operators, because it will be point, it will be give the true or the false, true or false. Based on that you will be get it. So based on that you have to get. So each time pointer is incremented, it points to the memory location of the next element of its base. Each time it is decremented, it points to the location of the previous element. All elements will increment or decrement, depends on the length of the type that are to be pointed to. Two pointers can be compared in relational expression, can be compared, but bitwise operators cannot be performed. Bitwise and bitwise or bitwise not cannot be performed, but you can be relational operators. We have the less than, greater than, less than or equals to, greater than, equals to, equal to, not equals to, and conditional operators question mark and the colon can be compared. You can be use it. Both pointers can be compared in relational expression, provided both the pointers are pointing to a variable of the same type. So these are the important rules for the arithmetic operations. What are they? What we have to use it? So you cannot multiply or divide. You cannot add or subtract, but subtraction is there, some rule you can be follow. You cannot apply bitwise operations to them. You cannot add or subtract by float or double or to or from pointers. You cannot be performed. So these are the arithmetic rules. Arithmetic pointers, arithmetic, only two arithmetic operations can be performed used on pointers: addition, subtraction. So to understand this concept, P1 how we are incremented. So how we will be incremented? This is an example you can be go through. So generic pointer is nothing but the void start pointer is called the generic pointer. If I use a void, because till now we used only the int, based on the data type we use it. If I use a void start pointer is called the generic pointer. In C language it is also supported, because we already studied in the functions. You can be used in two methods. If you are written, if you does not written any value, you have to use a void. If I use a int, it has to be used a written value. So in some of the programs we are writing before the main int. If I use the int, we cannot return. So to return the value, again the keyword you have to use a return. If you don't want to write any return value, you have to use a void. So void pointer also is called the generic pointer. So here we cannot be convert. Yes, we cannot be convert the void, but you can be assigned to any type of the pointers. This is called the generic pointer. So generic pointer is also holding any variable address properly. It can access and manipulate the data also properly. So what are the precedences means? Both are equal precedences, star and the ampersand, but how we will, both are the unary operators only, but how we will be means from the right to left. From the right it is we have used the here star, and next ampersand. This is the right to left direction you have to follow. So what is an address operators? Already we discussed, that is an ampersand symbol. Yes, address is nothing but the ampersand symbol, because in every C language program we are writing the ampersand. Without ampersand there is no address. Yes, if we need to enter the values in the scanf only, we are writing the ampersand symbol. So in the pointers also, the address symbol, if you want to locate any value, any address location, we have to use the ampersand symbol to the pointers. Okay, so that's why ampersand symbol, it is also unary operator, we know that. So ampersand symbol is an address operator we are using. So what is the main means? It has to be written the address of the variable. And next, dereferencing operator. Dereferencing operator is called the indirection operator, that is used to star. It is used to return the value at address, that is used to return ampersand symbol. It is used to return the address of the memory, and here address at value at address. So indirection operator is also called the dereferencing operator. If you want to return any value from the address, it has to be used. Example we took it, n is equals to star pointer, because in the pointer already the address is there. From that address I need the value. To need the value I am using the ampersand symbol. Ampersand symbol also you can be used. So these are the topics we discussed, that is an dereferencing operator, address operator, precedence of star and the ampersand operators, generic pointers, pointer arithmetic rules. What are the, we have the 6 rules. I wrote only the 5, and the 6 rules you can be follow. So size of operators also here supporting. Bitwise operators cannot be support. Relational operators supporting. Arithmetic operations cannot be supporting here. Yes, increment and decrement operators performing. But while using addition, if you are in the rules, address with number you can be incremented. Address with address minus number, you can be go to the previous address. You can be incremented the address, you can be decrement the address. So pre-increment the address or the post-increment the address, both are supporting in the pointers. And the second rule, just you have to follow sub address minus address you can be do. How we will be doing address minus address? Just we have to size of difference, you have to make the subtraction, and next divided by the size of data type, that can be supported. Arithmetic rule, this is the second rule. And the third rule, we are addition and the address plus address we will get the illegal. Address into address we will get the illegal only. Address by address we will be illegal. And next, address modulus of address also illegal. In the fourth rule, we can be use the relational operators and the conditional operators, both can be used. In the fifth rule, we cannot perform bitwise operations. And the sixth rule, we can find the size of operators using the size of. So both can be used. Okay, these are the topics we discussed, and along with the programs, all our programs are executed only. Okay, thank you.